two types of guitar players, the ones who grind through scales and finger drills like the spider walk, and the ones who just sit down, play something beautiful, and get better without even realizing it. This little riff from Fast Car is one of those magical moments. It's addicting, it's musical, and while it might feel like you're just having fun, it's secretly teaching you foundational guitar skills. By learning this one lick, you'll improve your finger independence and dexterity, your ability to play clean hammer-ons and transitions, and your muscle memory and timing that will carry into any fingerpicking song. Before we dive in, if you're learning guitar as an older adult, you really should check out Tony's Acoustic Challenge. Every week, I teach skills like this through classic songs you know and love. And over 41,000 older guitar learners are already inside. Click the link in the description to see how it works. This lick that I'm about to show you makes up 80% of the song Fast Car. It's basically this lick on repeat. Interesting thing here, this particular song is in the key of G as I'm playing it. Again, if you want to play it with the record, slap a capo on the 2nd fret, do all the same things. It'll be right on key with the record. We're going to start out by grabbing the 3rd fret of the A string and the open B. And all you're going to do is do a hammer-on to that 1st fret of the B string. Okay, and that's going to happen on the 1 beat. You're going to pinch the A string and the B string. I'm using my thumb and my middle finger for that. Once you finish that hammer-on, you're going to lift up your index finger again and just hit that open B string. And then quickly move to what I'll call a G chord, but since we're being selective about the notes that we're picking, I'm not making the full G chord here. I'm just holding my ring finger down on the 3rd fret of the B, middle finger on the 3rd fret of the low E. Okay, so we have so far, and then we're gonna hit that middle finger on the B string, index finger on the open G, after of course we pinch the low E and B together. So in terms of timing, it will sound like this. 1 and 2 and 4. I'll do that one more time, maybe even a little bit slower. 1 and 2 and 4. Even if you just get this, even if you just practice this for the next 10 minutes, you're gonna get a lot of mileage out of this. It's really fun to play. You can just repeat it. And that's actually how I would recommend that you work through this. Repeat each measure, because the more comfortable you get with each measure is like a phrase in and of itself, then it's just about chaining the phrases together, I guess essentially training your fretting hand. So that's our first measure. Then we're going to move up to some very familiar positions. Your index finger is going to end up on the 7th fret of the A, ring finger 8th fret of the B. Index is going to grab the open G, back to that B string. And that's going to be 1 and 2. Then you're going to slide back to that next position, index finger on the 5th fret of the A string, pinky on the 8th fret of the B string, pinch again, and it's going to be a pinch, middle on the B, index on the open G. So in terms of timing, it's the same thing. I'll go ahead and count with it. 1 and 2 and 4. 1 and 2 and 4. So if we put both of those together, it's going to sound like this. And then with the count, it would be 1 and 2 and 4. 1 and 2 and 4. The next measure is the same. Now I included this last measure because I want to say maybe 4 times in the entire song that there's a subtle variation on this main lick. You don't have to do this, but I'm leaving it here as an option because it's really fun. It's very similar, but there's just a little bit of a swing to it, a little bit of a hesitation. We come up to the 7th and 8th fret like we normally do. It's easier for me to play it so you get a feel. All you're doing is pinching those strings, hitting the 10th fret of the B string with your pinky finger, releasing back to that 8th fret, move to this next position spanning the 7th and the 5th, or the 5th and the 7th, 5th on the A, 7th on the B, pinch, pinky goes to the 8th fret of the B, and then off again back to the 7th. So it's... And you can mess around with the timing of that. This is how I chose to write it because it's the closest to what was recorded, but I think they fudge the timing in the recording as well. So it's just a little accent. The main thing I want you to get is that so much fun. Now, I know it's tempting to want to nail this whole thing in one sitting, but that's not really the point. Progress doesn't come from perfection, it comes from consistency. So if all you've got is 10 minutes today, spend it looping just one part of this lick. You'll be shocked at what happens when you show up like this a few times a week. It adds up. That's exactly what we do inside Tony's Acoustic Challenge. Just 10 minutes a day, one fun challenge at a time. Click the link in the description to see how it all works. And if you want to see how to break any song into its 5 skills, watch this video next.